You know, crazy thing about real estate that nobody tells you and you don't even consider until you're actually in the middle of it is that you're literally inserted into people's lives, sometimes not at the best moment in their lives, which can be kind of wild and definitely takes a certain level of care. And, I recently closed a transaction where unfortunately, an elderly mother passed away, and dad was still living in the house, had been there for a really long time, original owners, and daughters were helping dad move into a condo they owned in San Diego, wanted to sell their home here, and one lives in San Francisco, the other in DC. So you can imagine how difficult it would be for them to be here to do a lot of the things that needed to be done, like completely empty 30 years of their life, of their parents' life, out of the house. Get it ready to be put on the market in its original condition. You know, all these little bits and pieces, these things that are so necessary that take time and effort and also connections. And when you live in two different cities, one away across the states, that's really hard to do. So gratefully, we were able to help them with every single part of that. Shout out to Paul Zepeda and his trash hauling company for sure. They spent days doing that and getting it all ready and put it on the market in such a crazy market. There was so much interest. We went into escrow right away. Everybody's really excited. We're negotiating, and for all the reasons that don't even matter at this point, we fall out of escrow. Fun fact, something like 33% of all escrows right now are falling out of escrow. So we weren't alone. That doesn't make the pain any less. We actually had a buyer on deck with an even better offer. It was a backup offer, so we were able to go right into escrow again. Everybody's so happy. We're rolling through, and as things happen, you never know what's going to happen and what's going to cause a buyer to back out. And it happened. So 2 times we fell out of escrow, and needless to say, seller and his daughters were frustrated. And of course I am too, and we're trying to figure out what the best play is. And crazily enough, we went back on the market and within days had 3 more offers. So we were able to be put back in the driver's seat and pick the right buyer this time. You know, meanwhile, these 2 ladies, they have their whole lives going on, right? They can't actually be in the midst of this, you know, and as their agent, I'm grateful to be able to help them figure those things out so that they don't actually have to worry about it. And we closed this past weekend. It was amazing. And we closed at a really great price, all things considered. And, you know, it was so nice to make that phone call to the gentleman, the seller, and let him know that it finally closed, and he was so excited. And the sisters were so happy, and everybody was just really grateful. And, you know, you put a lot of time and effort and energy, and the appreciation and the gratitude from something like that is really why you do it. Because when you're in the midst of it, sometimes you're putting the puzzle pieces together and you just aren't even sure if it's going to work out. We don't tell anybody that until the end, but it's the truth. So the next time you have a really great real estate agent, and they do some things for you, and you get closed, and you're happy, and you're on your way to the next point in your life, just let them know how grateful you are, because I know they're grateful for you too. So, #real estate.